guitarist, Nashville singer-songwriter Marshall Chapman, Dixieland Jazz Quintet, Reggies Red Hot Feet Warmers, songwriter and columnist Michael Eck, and legendary guitarist Les Paul. And now here's Rick!
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Upbeat. We have a great show today. We have Nashville singer-songwriter Marshall Chapman. We have Dixieland Jazz Band Reggie's Red Hot Feet Warmers. We have Albany singer-songwriter Michael Eck. And we have legendary guitarist Les Paul. You know, but before I go any farther, I just want to let you know, a lot of people are coming up to me and they know I have a show, they know Upbeat's on the air, and they keep bringing up Wayne's World. Please, this is not Wayne's World. Wayne's World is a great show. Mike Myers and Dana Carvey do a great job, but I know they kind of spoof public access, but please, when you think of Upbeat, don't think of Wayne's World. It's a totally different thing, okay? I'd appreciate that. I love Wayne's World, but, you know, we want to have our own identity here on Upbeat. Okay, our first segment is Marshall Chapman. She was born in Spartanburg, South Carolina. She's been writing and recording her songs since 1976. Others who have recorded her songs include Sawyer Brown, Jimmy Buffett, Tanya Tucker, Crystal Gale, Olivia Newton-John, Delbert McClinton, Earl Scruggs, and Johnny Lee sang one of her songs in the movie Urban Cowboy. This footage was shot in Nashville, Tennessee back in 1986, October of '86, and it's a lot of fun, so we're going to start with one of those songs.
Men who hate women, the women that love them, and women that love too much. It's so complicated, I'm afraid to go out, afraid to get back in touch. So I turn to Andy Griffith and the Lucy Show, cause every time I watch the news, they remind me that the world is turning hard and cold, and then I end up getting the blues. I'm just a girl in a bubble, staying out of trouble, that's all. Yeah, that's all. I had a lover last year, thought the coast was clear, and then he blew up in my face. I went rocking and reeling out, looking for the feeling, wasn't nothing that'd take his place. I spent a whole lot of money at a funny farm. People, I had a blast. I was playing ping pong from dusk till dawn until they made me go home at last. Now I'm a girl in a bubble, staying out of trouble. That's all. Yeah, that's all. Oh, Eddie Angel. James Hook on the keyboard. Jimmy and the jet set were setting ourselves on fire. We hit the high seas off the Florida Keys on a love boat named Desire. The fast lane's a nice place to visit for a while, but I wouldn't want to live there. I gotta get back to where I once belonged. Now I'm so happy just to be right here. Yeah, a girl in a bubble, staying out of trouble. I said a girl in a bubble, staying out of trouble. A girl in a bubble, staying out of trouble. And that's all. Yeah, that's all. Woo, that's all.
Time to go way down yonder. in the land of those teenage saints. It's a Garden of Eden, you know what I mean. You got Creole bells and those flashing eyes, softly whisper with tender sighs. Stop, won't you give your lady fair a little bit of smile? You better stop, you bet your life you'll linger there a little while. It's a heaven right here on earth, in the land of those dreams, way down yonder in New Orleans. Take me way tonight.
Michael Eck is on Upbeat today. Thanks for being here, Michael.
Thank you.
Now, Michael is a freelance art critic for the Times-Union paper in Albany, New York, and a singer-songwriter. Is that correct?
I think of it in the other order, but yes.
And also a gourmand, as am I.
A gourmand, yes,
We enjoy
definitely.
eating. We bump into each other at barbecue pits and rib shacks and the burger joints.
Any
and the
place
like.
where they kill something and put it on bread. I'm there.
Love that. Gosh. Tell me about the album. This is the album. It's Michael Eck, Cowboy Black.
Yeah.
And it's just out recently, and it's in the stores, right?
Yeah, it came out in November, and it's pretty much solo acoustic, which is what I normally do, maximum solo acoustic. And Kevin Mall, who's a local dobro player, guests on 5 of the tracks on it. And yeah, it's pretty much at all the local record stores and then at the gigs and everything.
Excellent. I like Kevin Mall. Now he plays with Robin and Linda Williams.
Yes, and they're a fine group.
He's been on the Prairie Home Companion.
Prairie Home Companion a ton of times. He tours with Garrison Keillor, Hopeful Gospel Quartet with Robin and Linda, and has been on Austin City Limits, all kinds of stuff like that.
So you're in good company there.
Very much so, and I appreciate the fact that he, over the years, has he's offered his services any number of times. So.
Now, are your songs thematic? Is there they're a little different? I think if you've ever seen Ed Hamill on Trial, I can tell that you're a big fan of his, and I can see some of that influence. The rock and roll meets the folk. I like it. Is it kind of something you've been working on a long time, or?
I think it's just there. I mean, I've always listened to a lot of different kinds of music, and the country strain and the rock strain have always been very strong, and the folk as well, and I think all of those just kind of collide. If you're playing by yourself on acoustic guitar, people have certain preconceptions of it. It seems like folk music, whether it's not. So if you see somebody playing acoustic guitar and they're playing a little faster and a little louder, then that folk thing is still strong in there, so people think it's like real loud for folk music. And then if you go to a rock and roll club and do the same thing, they think it's kind of quiet because you've got an acoustic guitar. So it plays on all of those angles at the same time. What I'm mainly about is the songs and the songwriting.
Now, you've been down to New York recently playing by yourself for the first time. How did that go?
All right. It was a little late at night. You know, your New York debut is never town hall with a sellout crowd.
Your name wasn't up in lights on Broadway?
No, but they spelled it right in all the ads.
Did they?
So it went all right. You know, it wasn't any great shakes. I didn't come home with a wad of money in my pocket or anything, but I did get another gig out of it, so I'll be going back down there.
Good. And
trying to keep that going.
You were in Austin for a while. You're going to be going back there? And,
hopefully in the spring, I'd like to, if I can afford it. We're actually considering maybe moving back there. We don't know yet.
Okay.
But I'd definitely like to get there.
Good. Good. So, anything you want to tell the folks
I'll take you and
You'll
get
take
you
me?
some barbecue while we're there.
I love to eat. I'm funny like that. Anything you want to say to the folks out there? Want to say hello to anyone? No, don't bother. All right, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks.
You'll come back and do it again?
Great.
Okay, thanks.
See, you've got a new girl on your arm. Another fish who's falling for your charms. She's so pretty she could shame the sun. she knows she's not the only one? Is she just another trophy wife? Another gold coin for your dead man's eyes? And are you just in love with love, love? Are you just in love with lies? I know you sport a black book in your shoe, more 4 stars than you know what to do. Can you remember a name without a face? Can you recall one you could not replace? And are they just old trophy wives? More gold coins for your dead man's eyes? And are you just in love with love, love? Or are you just in love with lies? In love with lies. Pretty girls on paintings to hang on your walls, a cardboard cutout characters at your beck and call. And true love is worth its own weight in gold, more than your shallow eyes could ever hope to hold. Are they just old trophy wives? More gold coins for your dead man's eyes? And are you just in love with love, love? Or are you just in love with lies? Stack up those gold coins that you love, love. Maybe they'll pay for your lies. Maybe they'll pay for your lies. Maybe they'll pay for your lies. Stack 'em up, pay for your lies. Stack 'em up, pay for your lies. Maybe they'll pay for your lies. Maybe they'll pay for your lies. Maybe they'll pay.
Okay, coming up next we have a video of Les Paul playing down in New York City at a club called Fat Tuesdays. He plays down there every Monday night with a jazz trio. And if you don't know about Les Paul, he's about 70 years old. He's a big innovator of the electric guitar. The Gibson Les Paul was named after him, as you might have figured out. And he also was the first one to experiment with multi-track recording, which allowed one person to play multiple instruments on one recording them one at a time. And in case you don't know it, Les Paul got in a really bad accident and hurt his arm. And he had a choice between getting it amputated or set in one position permanently. And as you might guess, he had it set so that he could still pluck the guitar. So if you'll notice his right hand, notice his right arm, you won't see the elbow move at all because he's stuck in that position, but he can still play his guitar. Check it out. Today's musician tips segment is going to be about how to play live with a band, and I have some tips that might work for you. They've worked for me. I play quite a bit. Number one is make sure the band is well rehearsed and you've made set lists, and you can agree what the songs are going to be and write them out so when you get there it's right there for everyone to see, no problem. Pick a smart date if you have a choice. Don't pick Super Bowl Sunday or play during the World Series if you can help it or anything like that. Pick a Friday and Saturday when the Rolling Stones aren't in town and when they're not giving away free ice cream on the other side of town. Okay? And third thing is don't worry about money at first anyway. Just get out there and play. If the band is good, you'll make money and things will come around eventually, unless you do it for a living. If you do it for a living, be very, very worried. Number four, make sure that you know the size of the room and you have an adequate PA system. If you don't have an adequate PA system, rent one, borrow stuff, but make sure you've gone in the room. If it's a huge room and you have a tiny PA, it's not going to work. If you go out and rent a huge PA or you haul in a huge PA that you own and it's a small room, it's going to be kind of stupid, isn't it? Okay, number five, establish a mailing list. That's really easy to do. Have everybody in the band write down everyone that you know that might come out to see you play. Write down their name, their address, and their phone number. And before you play, call as many of them as you can. Everybody you work with, your cousins, you know, your Aunt Phyllis up in Manchester. Call everybody. And when you're actually playing, have a sheet of paper and have people sign your mailing list. And every time you play, you can add new names. And if somebody has a computer, you can put it on the computer, on the D-base or whatever they call that. Okay, and number six, advertise. You'd be surprised how much advertising you can do for free or very little money. Have the most artistic person in the band or their husband or wife make posters. Or if somebody knows somebody that's an artist or works in a print shop, you can supply them with some, colored paper and put some black writing on there. You can make posters for nothing or almost nothing and put them up places where people will see them. And as far as free listings goes, every town has newspapers, radio stations, magazines that will publish your dates for free. They'll advertise them, announce them on the radio, and it really takes a couple of 29-cent stamps. So there you go. Go out, start playing, but don't play so much that you put me out of work. See you later.
Gets what he wants by the way he walks. Long legs moving in a pair of Levi's, looking so good it hurts my eyes. Hey daddy, long legs will walk it this way. I could stand a little bit of excitement today. You got what it takes to make a girl weak. If I hit on you, would you turn your cheek? Ooh, daddy long legs. Daddy long legs, I'm talking to myself. Daddy long legs, I'll keep it to myself, y'all. Daddy long legs. Listen, girls, I'll tell you straight, don't go messing with a man got the heart of a snake. It's for daddy long legs, it's a well-known fact. He gets what he wants, he don't give it back. He'll light your fire till your body burns down, kick away your ashes while he's walking out of town. If you wanna take a chance on a one-night stand, daddy long legs, he's a devil of a man, y'all. Daddy long legs. Ooh, daddy long legs. He's too much. He's too much to touch, y'all. Daddy.
Oh, sorry. I was reading up on Sigmund Freud. That's the end of the show, and what a great show. I'm telling you, if I could have a show like this every week, I'd be rich and famous. I'd be a genius. Thanks to Marshall Chapman, thanks to Reggie's Red Hot Feet Warmers, Michael Eck, and the legendary Les Paul. See you next time on Upbeat.